Commerce Alive today presents
Genuardi's Supermarket. It began in 1920 when Gaspare Genuardi and his wife Josephine started growing vegetables on their small farm in Norristown, Pennsylvania. Gaspare began selling his homegrown produce to his neighbors out of the back of his horse-drawn wagon. He became known for his high-quality produce, integrity, and loyalty to his customers, who affectionately referred to him as the huckster. While other grocers were cutting back the size of their portions, Gaspare was throwing in an extra head of lettuce now and then to show his appreciation. Gaspare eventually hired several drivers to deliver his produce, first by horse and wagon and later by Model T truck. Gaspare and Josephine Genuardi had 9 children, 5 of whom became involved in the business at an early age. After opening a string of small stores, their sons Charlie, Frank, Joe, Tom, and Jim opened the first Genuardi's Market on Main Street in Jeffersonville in 1954, the first independently owned supermarket in the area. The first Genuardi's Market was a success and the family quickly set its sights on expansion. The Genuardis used the profits from the first store to open others in the Norristown area during the 1950s. The company was a major family affair. By the 1960s, Gaspare's grandsons also worked in the stores, pushing carts, bagging groceries, and running countless errands, according to the Philadelphia Business Journal. In the 1960s and 1970s, Genuardi's became the largest and most respected grocery store chain in the greater Philadelphia area. Genuardi employees were well trained and dedicated. The Genuardis initiated a program known as the Legacy, in which current employees and managers mentored new employees and taught them Gaspare Genuardi's original company philosophies, such as the importance of providing customers with outstanding service. The Genuardi culture was always there for us, and as we moved into management roles, we wanted to maintain that. We do that today by meeting regularly with both our personnel and customers, recalled Dave Genuardi in the Philadelphia Business Journal. Genuardi's was also committed to the communities in which its stores were located. In 1976, it established the Community Cash Back program, in which it awarded cash rebates to local nonprofit groups. Under the program, nonprofit groups collected Genuardi's receipt tapes and exchanged them for cash rebates or credit toward the purchase of computer hardware and software. By 2000, the Community Cash Back program had awarded more than $20 million to 3,500 nonprofit organizations. Genuardi's also operated Genuardi's Children's Charities, which donated funds to organizations that benefit children. In the 1990s, Genuardi's was faced with stiff competition from a bevy of supermarket chains, as well as indirect competitors such as Kmart, Sam's Club, and many convenience store chains. Genuardi's restructured to better compete with its competitors. It eliminated unprofitable stores and remodeled others. For the first time since the company's inception, it hired managers from outside the family to oversee its day-to-day operations. The new managers allowed the Genuardis to spend more time interacting with customers, something they considered very important. Genuardi's also changed the way it brought customers into its stores. While it had focused heavily on promoting its low prices in the 1990s, the company promoted its restaurant-like atmosphere and its many product line choices. We want to give customers so many choices that they'll have no reason to go anywhere else, Roy Tagliatella, director of perishables and merchandising, explained in Supermarket News. Genuardi's built its new stores in middle and upper-class family neighborhoods, wherein the average household consisted of dual incomes. The company expanded its private label brands to include over 900 items under the Genuardi's Upcountry and Fresh from the Farm labels. Private label items ran the gamut from canned and frozen groceries to soda, cereal, and fresh meats. The company maintained that its private label products equaled or exceeded the quality of national brands, but were offered at substantially lower prices. By 1990, the original Genuardi brothers Charlie, Frank, Joe, Tom, and Jim had turned the company over to a new generation of Genuardis. The new family members Larry, Skip, David, Jim Jr., Joe Jr., Tom Jr., Anthony, and Michael Genuardi were led by Genuardi's president Charles A. Genuardi, son of Charlie Genuardi. All of the cousins were shareholders who had worked in Genuardi's markets nearly all of their lives. As of 2000, Charles A. remained president of the company. In 1997, Genuardi's launched an interactive website that featured an online nutritionist, live cooking classes, and interactive chat sessions. Customers could also order groceries via Genuardi's website. We entered into this new medium to help us get a better connection with our customers, said Alan Tempest, Genuardi's Director of Marketing and Supermarket News. He added, using the internet has become a way of life for people. We feel that eventually this will be an extensive medium of commerce and a strong selling tool for us. Genuardi's made customer convenience a top priority in its markets. In 1997 it surveyed its customers and found convenience to be extremely important. They were adamant about it, said Roy Tagliatella in Supermarket News. They said it came near to being an insult to ask them to walk across a huge store to buy milk and eggs. To make some of their markets more user-friendly, Genuardi's placed refrigeration units stocked with milk, eggs and other essentials near checkout lines so customers needing only essentials could enter and exit the store quickly. The company also created a separate entrance into the fresh and prepared foods aisle and gave this area its own cash register. It even installed a portable cash register in this area to help keep lines short during the lunch rush. The biggest change, however, was in the amount of prepared foods offered in the markets. Genuardi's wanted to be more than just a grocery store. It hoped to take business away from the fast food chains as well. The company quadrupled the space for self-service prepared food and increased the variety of these foods by over 20%. Some of Genuardi's newer markets had coffee cafes with hanging lamps and high-backed wooden stools. These markets were equipped with espresso machines and floor-to-ceiling windows. Genuardi's offered Italian specialties such as polpette meat, lasagna, bolognese, stuffed hot peppers, colorful roasted vegetables, ricotta pie and cappuccino cake. Imported pasta was available at a pasta station. Employees working at a pizza station could be seen tossing pizza dough in the air. Lunching customers could dine at a sandwich station or select a piece of cooked meat from a carving station. Genuardi's prided itself on the freshness of its foods. While the emphasis here is on prepared foods, produce is a good messenger of fresh. Whether it's a deli sandwich or a meal, it's freshness the customer is buying. And it all comes back to produce, explained Bill Chidley, the vice president of Design Forum, a firm that helped Genuardi's conceptualize its new stores. During this time in 1997, Genuardi's made its first major acquisition, purchasing Zagara's Incorporated, an upscale grocery chain in New Jersey. Zagara's was known for its deli, bakery, seafood and high-quality meats. The stores also carried a large variety of vitamins, herbs and nutritional products. Analysts concluded that the Zagara acquisition demonstrated Genuardi's plans to move into an upscale market. Genuardi's decided against changing the Zagara name and planned to open additional Zagara markets in 2000. The Genuardi family said it was impressed with the amount and quality of prepared foods Zagara's offered its customers. They do an incredible job at preparing foods, so this gives us an edge over our competitors Acme and Superfresh, said Larry Genuardi in the Philadelphia Business Journal. We're following the trend in society where people are so time sensitive. It's driving fast foods and restaurants of all kinds all over the country. With our Zagara's products, people get fresh quality food and they get it very quickly. It's just another way of reinventing ourselves, explained Larry Genuardi in the Philadelphia Business Journal. At the Genuardi stores, the company opened its first black kosher deli department in 2000, featuring a full line of smoked fish and specialties, salads, kosher meats, poultry, lunch meats and breads. The kosher deli was certified kosher by the organized Kashrut Laboratories. Moreover, believing atmosphere to be very important, the company planned to remodel many of its stores in 2000. Genuardi's newer stores boasted glass towers with sculptures of fruit and vegetables so large they could be seen from major highways. The company hoped the sculptures would remind customers of Genuardi's commitment to freshness. In 2000, Genuardi's announced its position regarding genetically modified organisms, food irradiation and organic standards, becoming the first grocer in the United States to take a stand on the issue. Specifically, company management decided to make efforts to eliminate irradiated ingredients, food exposed to radiation, to kill bacteria from its product line. The company also stepped up efforts to inform its customers about food content through more thorough labeling. We believe consumers have the basic right to know relevant information that will affect their personal food choices. We also recognize the significance of individual food preferences, and therefore we want to guarantee choices for our customers to the best of our ability, explained Charles Genuardi in a company press release. Genuardi's had begun selling organic food in the early 1990s. In 1998, Genuardi's was awarded the Big O Award by the Organic Trade Association for excellence in promoting organic foods. As they approached a new century, Genuardi's markets were known for the integrity, quality, and low prices. The company operated 33 stores in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware, and the Genuardi family was still closely involved in the company's operations. Genuardi's planned to open 5 additional stores in the year 2000. Genuardi's Markets was recognized as Pennsylvania's Family Business of the Year by the Wharton School of Business and the Pennsylvania Small Business Association in 1999, when it also received a Salute to Excellence from the Private Label Manufacturers Association for its private brand product line. In 2000, the company received the Purple Aster Award from the Sons of Italy. The Genuardis were proud of their company's success, but also careful not to take it for granted. With the supermarket business being extremely competitive and with the growing popularity of online grocery services, all players in the industry faced challenges. As Larry Genuardi explained in the Philadelphia Business Journal, one of the company's biggest challenges was in dealing with 9 distinct owners, meaning Charles A. Genuardi and his 8 cousins. "We're constantly trying to keep our unity, and so far it's worked," said Larry Genuardi, adding, "You hear all these horror stories from other large family businesses where it turns into people looking out for their own personal interest. Here the company comes first, the individual owners don't. We understand our strengths and weaknesses, and the leadership comes from Charles." In February 2001, the Genuardi family sold the chain to Safeway. In the summer of 2004, all Genuardi's stores in Delaware were converted to the Safeway banner when they were unionized. Safeway already had stores of its own in southern Delaware. There were issues and local outrage over the Safeway takeover due to claims of price increases, the changeover of many products to Safeway's own brands, and the use of a loyalty card, which was not needed under Genuardi's previous ownership. Except for the Safeway conversions, Genuardi's remained non-union despite heavy unionization in Safeway's other chains. In 2005, grocery delivery was added to select Genuardi's stores. This allowed customers to order groceries via the Genuardi's/Safeway websites and have it delivered by truck in a set time frame. Later on in the year, Genuardi's closed 2 underperforming stores in East Windsor, New Jersey, and Bensalem, Pennsylvania, the latter of which was converted to a ShopRite. During 2010, underperforming Genuardi's stores did not have their leases renewed, and Safeway closed store locations in Newtown Square, Glen Mills, Chesterbrook, and Lansdale in Pennsylvania, and Voorhees in New Jersey. In September 2011, Safeway was looking to sell all or part of Genuardi's. Later that month, the sale of several of Genuardi's locations to Giant Carlisle appeared to be imminent. On January 5, 2012, Giant announced its deal to acquire 15 Genuardi's family markets across the Philadelphia area in a $106 million deal. Weis Markets announced on February 13, 2012, the purchase of 3 stores in Montgomery and Bucks counties. The 3 Weis stores opened on June 16, 2012. Although it was initially to be acquired by Giant, it was announced on June 6, 2012 that the Newtown store would instead become a McCaffrey's Food Markets. The Newtown store became a McCaffrey's on July 15. After failing to find a buyer for the location, the Cherry Hill store closed on August 4, 2012, and later became Whole Foods Market. The Barnegat and Egg Harbor Township/Northfield stores closed on December 12, 2012. The Barnegat store was to reopen as Safeway's sister chain Acme in 2016, and the Egg Harbor Township/Northfield store became JR's Fresh Market in 2015, but that closed in 2018 and became Lidl in 2021. The Marlton store closed on February 12, 2013, and the Audubon store, the last remaining store, closed on May 27, 2015. Acme Markets, the chain's longtime rival, announced in late 2015 it would reopen the closed Barnegat location as an Acme. This was made possible when Albertsons merged with Safeway earlier in the year, and Safeway continued to hold the location's lease long after it closed. The store reopened as an Acme on February 5, 2016.
The Genuardi family, all 3,000 of us, offer your family lower prices with double coupons and cookout specials, like every half gallon of ice cream, ice milk, frozen yogurt, and dessert, just 2 for $5. $1.29 for a six-pack of Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or A&W cans, and $1.29 per pound for meaty country fried chicken breast quarters.
The difference is our family pride.
If you have any fond memories, please indicate it at the comments below. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and like.